just assumed Cooper would be very northern because his parents are, but no.
You're meeting me after the hardest week of parenting of my life.
Tell us.
Oh, right, yep.
I can already see, even just at 16 months deep, I'm a different mum. Whether you're bottle feeding, breastfeeding, combi feeding, getting your other half to help, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's because you care. Yeah, the fame side terrifies me. And that's because you do then open up your world to mean people and people who don't like you and whatever.
With a radio, I was like spread all around. Like,
I purposely didn't say anything because I thought I just want this week to be about whether or not I could do the job and if I did a good job. I didn't want it to be Sian's pregnant. How come it's so comfortable and so glorious when you're on the sofa? It's the best sleep you'll ever have.
Yeah.
And then when you go, well, I better go to bed, totally ruins it.
Ping, wide awake.
Baby in right arm. Squeeze right tit.
It's like,
Use left arm to push head onto tit. We've gone so deep because I've never really spoken about my nipples in this much detail.
Honestly, it's quite triggering, that sound, actually. Can we not?
My
cheeks hurt.
Mine do. It's been lovely.
So Sian, welcome.
Hi. You're going to make me northern. You're going to bring the northern because I'm Midlands.
You're Midlands.
But around a northerner, I get more because I get pulled up for it all the time at work. If I say like cupboard, they all go cupboard.
Yeah.
For God's sake, cup.
Do you know who pulls me up, Sian? My child.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Wait, so what accent has your child
A very posh Chelsea boy accent. So he was born in Chelsea in Westminster, and he likes to say that he's a Chelsea boy, and I'm like, sweetheart, you're West London, but no, he's so posh, isn't he, Kels?
well, yeah.
Very well spoken, and it's Bath and grass.
See, this is what, because my other half's South London.
Oh, is he?
I'm Midlands, and I'm thinking, what's Ruby's voice going to be?
South.
She was born in Chelsea.
Was she?
Same hospital.
Same hospital. Good hospital, isn't it?
Great.
Yeah.
Great hospital.
Great hospital.
Oh, great hospital.
Friends, hospitals.
I always say it's really weird because obviously me and Danny are both very northern. I'm like, isn't it strange that our child's birth certificate says Chelsea and Westminster, and we're like,
But he doesn't really have any twang at all, does he?
who? Cooper.
Yeah.
My tummy's rumbling.
Younger,
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was loud.
On the mic.
Everyone had that.
She's not eating. These mums don't look after themselves. We don't have time for breakfast. No, what did you ask me?
Has he got no twang at all?
Not a
He's not
twang.
picked up any of your accent.
He did up until he went to nursery.
Yeah.
And then when he started nursery, and then especially when he started school, it was posh.
That freaks me out a bit. That.
Yeah. So I reckon
Yeah.
your little girl will be,
A bit southern, a bit posh.
She might have a bit of both, won't she?
She'll have a bit of both, and then she'll lose it, and
I'm
just
going to be
full
in her
on.
sleep going, duck, cupboard,
Well,
bath,
to be
grass.
fair, mine have got northern grandparents,
Oh,
and
that's
they laugh so much when they come out with obviously the South London quotes and twangs and whatever.
Oh.
They're like, oh, and then when Noreen and I say anything, they go, what are they talking? What's Nanny talking about? And I'm like, we've got to go through the northern.
It's so funny. It's just things you don't think about when you have a kid. Like, I always just assumed Cooper would be very northern because his parents are, but no.
No, yeah, it's definitely surroundings. Obviously, school, teachers.
Yeah. All of
Weird
it.
thing, it doesn't sound like either of you though.
I know.
'Cause, like with me, I'm thinking, well, my other half is from South London, so I've got a bit of a battle anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, just shows we're going to lose.
And then, so Cooper's 7.
Oh, is he 7? I thought he was
7.
like 5.
No,
oh my
7.
God, how?
So he rips it out of me. So he'll be like, it's not bath, mummy. It's not bath mummy, it's bath. I'm like, all right. It's not.
Calm down.
Actually spell it properly. It's bath. Thank you. Having an argument with my child about grammar. Sorry, we've totally digressed already. Sian. How is Sian's 2025? How's it been?
You're meeting me after the hardest week of parenting of my life.
Tell us.
Oh, right, yep, here we go.
Hell, just hell. So, as we work in weird industry anyway, the best of times.
No, what are you talking about?
It's completely normal. But working in radio, because I do breakfast radio, it's early. So I'm up at 4, no matter what. I work for 5:15, on air at 6, do 6 till 10. And then I'll just talk you through the week. So I did that. Then I did this morning where I do like a little showbiz bit, and I did that from 12 till 12:30. So then at 12:30, I went straight back to central London where we had to host an awards do for our boss.
Yeah.
That went on till 11 p.m.
Oh, God.
I then...
11, 12, 1, 2,
3, 4. Yeah, but then I didn't get to sleep till 12. So on 4 hours sleep, I was back basically in work. Then that same day I had a big...
You should have slept up there that night.
Well, I slept in a hotel, but only got 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I was lucky.
And also, I think when you go to a hotel, sometimes it can be worse. Because I feel like the
Yeah, you
first
don't
night in the
sleep,
hotel, you're like, I can't sleep. Well, I can't
noises
sleep.
and-
Switch off, and you can't switch off.
Yeah.
I couldn't really switch off. I was kind of wired. And then the next day, I happened to be on a shoot that took till 7 p.m. I always knew that was going to happen.
First, you had to be on the shoot looking awake.
Awake and ready and glamorous. And then that finished at 7, and I got home and I literally got into bed at 8:30 and thought, this is it, I'm going to sleep. Yeah. And then Ruby at 9:30 was screaming.
Oh, no.
Temperature, jerking.
Oh, no.
Next thing you know, I'm in A&E because she's done, there's this thing that can happen when they get a temperature, I don't know if it's ever happened to you guys, where they hit over 40 and their body stops.
Fit, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes, it's almost like having a fit, isn't it? But it's scary the first time.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know what the hell was happening.
It's scary every time.
Because we like, she was jerking.
Yeah.
I was like, Jake, this isn't normal. What's she doing? And I just knew it wasn't worth leaving.
Absolutely
and we don't
not.
live too far from St George's Hospital, which is sort of further down the road. So I was like, I'm not even going to mess around trying to get an ambulance. I'm just going to drive there. So we got straight there, and they actually said, oh yeah, right, bringing her in. Her temperature was sky high. They gave her some more bits and bobs and then antibiotics. But we had to stay while they observed her heartbeat. It was like through the roof. Her oxygen levels were low. Gets to 4 a.m. I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking,
I'm on air.
I've got to go to work in a minute. And it sounds daft. You think, well, just phone in ill. I probably could have done on any other day. But that Wednesday, we were announcing the Jingle Bell Ball lineup, right? And I was in every bit of production. There were certain bits we had to pre-record. And so I was in it. There was video footage that was going out. There was endless stuff that we'd done that was a well-oiled machine. And it would have caused utter chaos because no one would have had time to correct everything.
No, of course not.
So I was like, I'm just going to have to roll straight into work. So I got home, showered, went straight to work. And then I did take off then the Thursday and the Friday.
Oh, thank God.
Which was, but then all that week I was dealing with a temperature. You know, when it's just constantly shooting up.
Yeah.
And then you're doing your best to get it back down again. And then she was coughing on top of it all. I was trying to time the Calpol, the ibuprofen.
Yeah, because you got to work out right. She had this at this time. Then
This at that time.
That at this time. I got very confused with that. I was like...
Same, some are 6 hours, then 6 to 8, but you can take it every 4. I'm like, don't give me 10 different numbers. I don't know what I'm doing. And then she hates, as a kid, Calpol for me was like a treat.
Oh, same.
I loved it, lapped it up.
Yeah.
She hates it, hates all of it. So she goes,
There will come a point where she doesn't hate it.
Weird.
I promise you. I don't think they ever don't hate antibiotics because it tastes that horrible banana shit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But Calpol, eventually,
They come
I
round.
remember Cooper, anything you tried to give him, he was like absolutely, categorically no. But eventually he'd and now he'd drink a jug
Like
of
a,
it.
yeah.
I wouldn't ever let him, just FYI, everyone. But yeah.
If he could.
Yeah, if he could, he would.
Yeah, it's weird. And so that was just hot, like it was just hell. I was sleep deprived. I was stressed.
Oh God.
And
bless
I
you.
remember thinking that it was so far, and she's 16 months, the hardest week I've had, I think.
Yeah.
It's so hard as well when they're ill and not being able to do anything.
Yeah.
You can't
Communicate it really.
No, because is she 1 and
She's like 16 months, which is always like, what is that? 1 year, 4 months. I hate all that, but it's
1 year, 4 months.
4
So
months.
She's still a baby, bless her.
And she can communicate certain things, but she can't quite tell me.
Yeah.
So it's more that I have to go through. Does your head hurt? And she can sort of shake her head and say no, and she can say yes, but I've got to ask the right question. I can already see, even just at 16 months deep, I'm a different mum.
Yeah.
I'm like not as on edge, and not even on edge because I think I'm quite a chilled person, but I definitely felt out my comfort zone. I didn't have any knowledge at all.
Well, you
really.
don't.
No.
It's all brand new, isn't it? You
Yeah.
don't know what on earth you're doing.
And then everything
And
else
I think
is
even
annoying.
if you've been around loads of kids,
Yes, which I
it's
have.
still completely different having your own child
Yep.
to looking after other people's children.
Did
Yeah.
you do any of the NCT groups and classes and monkey
but
music?
I didn't do any of the classes afterwards actually,
Yeah.
because at that point I was kind of like just at home enjoying it and didn't really want to socialise particularly. But I don't know whether the NCT classes did much. I don't know.
I don't think they
I look
did.
back
Nothing
and
prepares you.
no, and I don't know if you do get taught. Since then, you sort of think of the things I wish I had known. I almost would have rather had conversations about what to do when it's a fever, and maybe we did, and I've forgotten it all. But I think all that stuff, by the time you're in it months later, you've forgotten it anyway.
Or like what do you do if you feel a bit shit after you've had the baby? What if you have that baby and you go, oh, I don't feel that instant surge of like love.
Yeah.
Like they don't tell you any of those things. They just tell you how to change a nappy and breastfeed. And I think that's it. And then sometimes people don't want to breastfeed. And then they sit in these NCT classes feeling absolutely devastated at the fact that they've made this decision and they're now being frowned upon. Just happened to one of my best friends. She's like, it's so funny the minute you say, I'm not breastfeeding, it's like silence.
Yeah.
Tumbleweed.
It's literally like you've said. I mean, because I was going to do combi. That was always my idea because I knew I'd have to go back to
You
work.
haven't got the time to breastfeed, really.
Not really, but I was willing to give it a good crack. My sister breastfed her kids. I'm so like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I had no opinion particularly. I didn't realise though how much opinion there is on bottle feeding and how it is a bit like you're saying you're giving them a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, it's like
in the way you're talking, in the way that people talk about it and do it, and I think God, it has gone a little bit too far the other way. I think
I agree,
because I do understand there's a whole. I get the science of breastfeeding, and I understand that if you can, fantastic. So many people can't, and like you say, some people just genuinely don't want to.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like as an adult, you cannot tell who is breastfed.
Of course you can.
You can't.
I know, that's the thing. It's like me and my sister had the same feeding journeys from my mum, but Lauren is that and I am something completely different.
Yeah.
And that's nothing to do with how our feeding journeys were, because it was exactly the same, and it doesn't deter what you're going to be like as an adult. Like me and Lauren are just made different. Like you're just made different in the womb, right? I would say.
But I get you, because even so, it started a conversation with my my other half, Jake, his mum, who said, "Oh yeah, I actually bottle fed both her boys."
Yeah.
Now I'd understand because sometimes you think, oh, they're going to become weaklings and whatever. Jake never gets ill. He's not allergic to anything. Doesn't have asthma. Doesn't. So all those things that you're kind of worried about, that maybe that's the kind of thought processes in your head. If I don't breastfeed, they're going to become like no immune system and all this stuff. And actually, like I say, my other half was bottle fed. You never would know as an adult because there's no sign of it. There's nothing different about him.
I breastfed Cooper, and he had horrendous eczema.
Isn't it funny?
Absolutely horrendous eczema. Allergic to cats. Like poor little allergy kid. Horrendous hay fever.
But if you'd have bottle fed, they might have been a bit of an opinion going, oh,
absolutely.
Well. But so I don't think, I mean, look, I like I say, I don't want to say it either way, because I don't think there should be any shame on how you do it.
I agree.
I think what I've opened my eyes to a bit more is why we're so critical on people being good mums, because either way that person is concerned because they're trying to do the best, right? And then you see I get so much horrible things in my feed sometimes because I get all the baby stuff. You then all get the horrible stories and the news stories, and I think, God, they're the people to worry about.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all these mums trying the best way to feed the kid or look after, trying their best, because that's all we want to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether you're bottle feeding, breastfeeding, combi feeding, getting your other half to help, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's because you care. You're just trying.
Shan, just changing the subject a little bit. When you found out you were pregnant,
yes,
was that when you had just absolutely smashed it on This Morning and started presenting on there?
The timing was so
because I remember watching you like just shine on This Morning, and I was like, look, she's doing so well. And then not like after, you're like, Sam, I'm having a baby, and I was like, oh, I actually thought, oh shit, God, I bet she's like, damn it. However, it's not affected anything, has it? Really?
Well, no and yes. I'm trying to prove that it doesn't have to, yes. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, everything's got harder. And I'm not as spontaneous, and I can't say yes to as many things. But then again, it's given me boundaries that I didn't have.
Because sometimes you do say yes to everything.
Everything. I spent my life, the only reason I probably am where I am is because for years I was just a yes girl.
Like,
yes to everything. dropped holidays.
Do you feel bad? Because I'm that person. I say yes to everything because I always think, oh yeah, but I feel bad. Am I letting someone down?
Or a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I need to do it. I need to do it.
Exactly like that.
Because this weird industry we do.
Yeah, but it's true.
Where it makes you feel there's a lot of pressure, even if it's subconscious, but it is there.
Because if you don't say yes, someone else.
And that's why I think it's a lot harder for mums.
I think it is in that way.
Obviously, even Mark and Ollie that obviously do Heart, they both had babies, but they could literally go back like the next day, being like, right, you're at home with the baby, I'm going back.
And even if, and this is where, I'm sticking up for dads, not all of them want to go straight back, right? And I feel sorry for them that
and they haven't got the choice.
And they haven't got the choice. But just to play that role, that like you're saying, there's also no stigma for a lad to go back the next day.
No.
Whereas I went back after 3 months, and I know no one was horrible to me, and touch wood, I didn't have any immediate comments or anything particularly. But then again,
have you had comments since?
No, not that I know of. As in, people have had conversations going, "Oh my God, you went back after 3 months." So there is an undercurrent of judgment.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm very lucky. I've got quite positive social media at the minute.
Yeah.
I think if I got more famous, you get a bit of everything then, don't you? And you don't know who's gonna. Some people want to follow you just to hate you.
Yeah. Whereas the more you climb the ladder, the more they pull you down.
Exactly.
And the more of a people's princess you are, the more they want to find
the problem.
Yeah.
Especially in the UK, not in America.
No.
I feel like in America they're like, oh my God, you're doing amazing. They push you right up. Here we're like, you get up to that top, and I worry about some people that are sat at the top at the moment. I just think, just be squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Be squeaky
clean.
Because
it's
as
relentless.
soon as you do something, they're going to be like, bloop.
Yeah,
We're coming down.
They will.
And then how do then they cope?
Well, exactly. And I think that's what's scary about this industry, because actually I just like the job. And fame is, to me, the side product that's actually the quite scarier side of it that I don't love.
Yeah.
I like being able to go out, get drunk, no one's filming me, no reporters trying to get the scoop on me. I mean, I'm saying this now and I'm probably opening a can of worms. But what I'm saying is that I live a really normal life.
Yeah.
TK Maxx on the weekend, go to a local pub. I have quite a very low-key life. I love the job. The job's mad. The job's cool. I like interviewing people. I like doing all this stuff. But yeah, the fame side terrifies me. And that's because you do then open up your world to mean people and people who don't like you and whatever.
Or not even don't like you, just want to say nasty things because they're just dicks.
Look at Tattle. Look at Tattle.
Oh, I've never been on it,
actually. I know. Don't go on it.
I won't.
Cool.
Shan't.
Look at your name on it. No, I'm joking. But
you said that like I really shouldn't go on it. Okay.
Don't ever go on it. No, but I think for all of us, never go on it.
No, I don't seek out stuff like that.
But for me, I can't believe that there's people out there that have actually put, like, my friend, she actually had her address. She moved house and they put her address on there. Wow. They put her kids' school. Like,
there's scary how they find
there's
these
people
out,
there that just want to bring you down.
Yeah.
And there is people out there like that, which is, and you're just doing your job that you love.
So it's scary.
So when you got the call to be like, Sian,
what you to cover this morning?
You're doing this morning, girl. Were you like, did you know at that point you were pregnant?
Yeah, I did.
And they didn't?
No. And I remember thinking, I've got to just... Do you know what? I genuinely... And at that point, I was at the cusp of it being very obvious. I was having to wear quite clever layers.
Yeah.
It was just at the point where... Because I actually had quite a small bump for quite a long time, so I got away with it for a while.
You're quite a small person.
Yeah, yeah, and everyone's different. On they had a girl, sometimes that's a different bump, isn't it? And all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do think that's all crap, though, as well.
Maybe it is.
They carry completely different. Do you know what I mean, though?
I don't know.
I mean, some people with boys, you can tell that they're, like, tiny and they've just got a bump. But, like... Okay, with a radio, I was like spread all around, like it was just fat and everything everywhere, and I was big. So
it's weird, isn't it? You just don't know.
But whereas you've had a girl and you're saying that you were small.
Oh yeah, and it was quite a small bump. But maybe it also is the position. God knows. But long story short, I was getting away with it.
Yeah.
And although I remember on one of the fittings, the stylist was like, "Oh, this 10's come small," and I was like,
I can't breathe.
She's like
she's
squishing the baby.
She literally cut the back of the trousers. So I was wearing like a pink suit, and the back had the trousers cut. And I bet she was like being polite, but I was like, I knew why.
No, and also you don't want to say, she ain't going to go, are you pregnant?
No, of course not. No one's going to say it.
No.
So, but I just thought to myself, I've worked so hard to get to that job. Was like almost a pipe dream. I didn't think I'd ever get to even have a go at that.
I bet that was just so on the top of your wish list.
It really was. Yeah, because everyone's got something that they'd want to do. And for me as a presenter, that show was the pinnacle for me. And I was like...
Is it quite scary when you actually go on and do that?
It is and it isn't. Like, I think hours of live radio almost had prepared me for it. If I'd done it years before, I would have been terrified.
And you'd been doing little bits on there already, hadn't you?
Exactly. I'd been doing competitions, then I was doing little segments, and so I built up to it, which was nice, and felt like I knew half the crew, you know, and then, you know, Dermot, and that's how I hosted it with that was nice. But I purposely didn't say anything because I thought I just want this week to be about whether or not I could do the job, and if I did a good job. I didn't want it to be Sian's pregnant.
Yeah,
because
course. Were you worried when you first found out you got the job? Did any part of you go, oh, this is such bad timing?
In a way, yeah, because it was like anything. You don't know if you can even have kids. You spend most of your life trying not to.
Yeah, I know.
And then suddenly when you want to, you think, well, I might not be able to. And I had friends that it had taken years. And so all that was in my head a little bit. And I thought, well, I can't wait too long. I'm in my late 30s. Like, oh, careful. So I sort of went for it. And then, typical. I thought, this is sod's law that all my jobs are coming to an absolute head here. Yeah. Like, we got a brand new breakfast show. Jordan came and joined the show. This morning happened, and
which
there was like
I do
something
love.
else.
Just going to say, do love the morning show.
Oh, thank you.
Because now I have to drive to school, so it's like we always listen in.
Are you like in the bong game kind of hour at 7 o'clock? Are you 7:45? Yeah, there's all that kind of. But so it was all this cool stuff was happening, and I remember I knew Jordan was joining. And I thought to myself, even that, I was like, I've got to work out how late I leave it before I leave work. You know, so at this point I'm heavily pregnant, still doing the breakfast show, still getting up early. Yeah. It's kind of killing me a little bit. But I was like, I've got to...
and did you struggle because obviously them first 12 weeks, you are so tired, and it's a tiredness that you can't explain to anyone. You're like,
makes you want to cry.
I'm just exhausted. Like, I can't explain to you. I'm just so tired.
I'm so tired. I want to stop.
How was you getting up at 4?
Well, this is it. I think if you ever...
I wasn't.
If you ever question how you did that stuff, you'd never... I reckon I'll look back at my life in 10 years' time and go, how the fuck did I do it?
You will.
But right now, when you're in it, you just do it, don't you?
You have to. Well, it's like when you have a baby and you're running on like 2 hours sleep. Yeah. And you can't explain to somebody that's never had a child how you're doing it. No. And how you're getting on with life.
You do just get on with it.
Functioning,
you just get on with it. I think that's it. And that's kind of always been a bit of my mantra, where I don't ever really feel too sorry for myself. I'm like, come on. Like, I'll always find the positive. Like, you've got a cool job, or it's worth it because of this, or one day Ruby won't want me to pat her back in the middle of the night. And I have to tell myself these positive things to get me through.
You do, though, don't you? I know I'm a bit like that with Cooper when he's like, Mummy, can you come and give me a cuddle in bed? And I'll be like, Cooper, I have just given you a cuddle. And then I have to go in my head, he's not going to want this forever, Georgia. Come on.
They're not even going to want to talk to you.
Yeah, no.
When I try and talk to my brothers, I'm like, one went out the weekend and I was like, oh, he's 20. So what happened at the weekend? Got drunk?
Yeah, but is he like that with your mum?
Yeah, mum's even worse. Mum sends me in to mind the gossip out. She's like, I'm happy that he's going out and doing this, but I just want to know what happened. I'm like, he's not going to tell us.
No.
Meet any girls?
Just can't.
Grunting.
This is why you two are lucky that you've got girls, because boys, when they get older, they just
but we're going to get the hormones.
Yeah, but you're also going to have, you're going to be the mother of the girl that then becomes the mother, whereas I'm going to be the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why...
You've got to be the cool mother-in-law that's like, yeah, I'm cool and easy. I don't care what my son's doing.
Oh, my best mate's like, you're going to be the mother-in-law from hell.
Do you think you will?
Only if I don't like her.
Well, I was going to say, you've just got to make sure he goes out with someone that you love.
Yeah, I'm like, no,
but
not this one.
even if she doesn't, you just have to...
Yeah, I'm like, I can't.
But then all of that, I mean, imagine it's that side of it is actually maybe worse with a daughter. You're like, imagine if she brought home like an older guy. I'd be like, what are you doing? With my baby.
Yeah, she's my little girl. Get out.
I always think of those things and think, God, that whole stuff's going to be weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Actually, that's a tricky one with girls, I think, when they're starting to have sex for the first time.
I can't imagine.
Whereas with a boy, I don't think that's quite as bad. I don't know why.
No, I get you.
Feel as bad for me. Whereas with a girl,
I think when it comes, George, I think you will be like,
I probably will. Yeah. Like,
oh my
Yeah,
God,
because they'll
sorry,
always
what?
be your
'Cause
tiny little
worrying,
baby.
But you'll be worrying about the girl.
Yeah.
When
What?
he's having sex.
About her getting pregnant, you
What
mean?
about everything? And is he treating her okay? And is he being disrespectful? And is he...
Oh, God,
That's the
never
one thing
ending.
I'll have to say. You do not get a girl pregnant. You be careful.
I think kids are a bit...
Teaching these things.
Yeah, but I think they are way more with it. Like, it seems it, doesn't it? Like, kids seem way more...
They don't drink anymore. They don't
Go out to everything.
no.
They don't know the pain we all went through with our 6-inch heels to get in a club.
And also going out drinking, rolling in and going to work.
Going to work.
Oh, yeah, and like,
They don't
I
do
worked in
that.
New Look for years.
Did you?
Yeah, like, so I did the whole retail thing for so long.
Retail's quite a good one though, because I worked in a deli, and a deli on a
it's the
hangover
smells.
like
the worst.
the cheeses.
Oh, that made me
good
feel
Lord.
sick now thinking about it.
I know. So then, how did you navigate? What did you do?
How did you tell everyone?
him?
Well, I thought to myself, if I just get to that second scan, is it 20 weeks? You have
Yeah.
I thought so I think I was about 19 weeks or something
Right.
I did this morning, and I was like, if I just get to 20 weeks, then I know the baby's all right, and then I feel comfortable just telling everyone. Because I thought, I can't tell this morning bosses before I've told the capital bosses, and there was this knock-on effect.
Oh, it's a bit like politics there.
like Game of Thrones or
Yeah.
like Succession or something. Like, who do I
can't
tell?
do this, and someone's going to get offended. You're going to offend someone along the way.
Yeah, and everyone's going to flap and panic, and what we're going to do, and
What's she going to do? Breakfast is over.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of
Isn't it
things.
mad that that's how we think? Like, because things do exist when we go on maternity, but you don't think it's going to, and you don't think your job's going to be there.
I do wish that that thought wasn't. I wish we didn't have to have that thought
Yeah.
of, oh, you're almost going in bracing yourself for an inconvenience to the boss.
Yeah.
You're an inconvenience.
You're an inconvenience.
But it's your life, and it's
Yes,
everything that you
and it's
want.
so natural and so normal.
Because you've chosen to procreate.
Yeah.
You're an absolute
How
inconvenience.
dare
This is it. And
How dare you?
Even if it's in your own head, and the bosses were all fantastic, but in my own head, I'm there going, oh God, I've got to tell him. And you imagine like women that just get a new job and think, and I'm pregnant. And they must, the panic of going, I can't tell
That
them.
was you.
Well, it
You
kind of
were
was
that
me.
woman.
It was, yeah. It just doesn't feel that. But you get a new job and you think, I can't tell them because now I'm a total inconvenience.
I'm going to let everyone down.
I'm a double wage because they're paying somebody to cover while
Yeah.
I'm off and all this kind of stuff. And you think, God, I wish the world needs to get a grip a little bit, because there's not enough respect on. Procreating is like literally the thing we're here to do.
Yeah.
And yet I still think there is stigma and treated like, oh, well, this is not good for the workplace, is
Yeah.
it?
It is 100%
Totally.
for mums. I think it's just so hard for us. I do think it's harder for women.
Yeah, it is. The workplace isn't set up for us to
Work and have babies.
Feel comfortable to have babies and feel completely relaxed.
And I don't think they understand that we have got that going for our head, going, well, I do really want a baby because I want someone to love and do whatever, but also I do love my job as well, and I
Yeah.
do want to work here, and I love this, what I'm doing, so please can just everything...
Stay the same, but I
Yeah.
am going to be off for 9 months. But
But you only gave yourself 3 months.
I had 3 months off because, again,
Was that pressure? Dun, dun, dun.
well, it's both, innit? It's
pressure from yourself.
It's pressure from yourself. It's a deep down, I've worked in this industry long enough to know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anyone did pressure me, because they didn't. No one did. Everyone said, come back when you're ready.
yeah.
I know this industry well enough.
But you were like 9 months later. Oh, she thought she'd have 9 months off.
Yeah. Well, it's just the same as content creating.
You know you're
Isn't
pregnant.
it? You
know you're
can't have
pregnant,
this much
show.
time off. It's the same as anyone who is freelance, anyone that's running their own business. You cannot take that much time off without
No.
something suffering.
Yeah.
And so deep down, and also there was a lot of things going in my head. We'd just started a brand new breakfast show. I wanted to get it up and running I wanted to be working with Jordan and getting to know him and forming our vibe and all this kind of stuff. I thought, if I leave it too long, it's going to be such a hard thing to come back into.
break back into. Yeah. You don't want to miss out.
No.
And that's the thing, isn't
It's
it?
the FOMO. You're
It
just
is.
in every morning like, huh.
Well, it is a bit of
Show
FOMO.
shit without me.
What? Oh, look at you having a nice time.
It seems really funny. It's going to be funny when I get back on.
Phoning in. Every morning being...
It's Sean again.
She's checking on you all. Are you all
I've
right?
had a really bad night with Ruby. She was up 20 times.
Don't. But yeah, that is, honestly, you just know you got to crack on. You got to get back to work. And do you know what? It was the longest I've ever had off work. So 3 months to me felt like a long time. And because as well, yes, okay, it's still a disgustingly early start, but I was really strict on cancelling anything else. So I just did the breakfast show and I was done at 10.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, yes, it's not like going back to a 9 to 5 or a night shifts or whatever. I literally did my morning show and then I just came home to Ruby. And so what was quite nice, when we got into a good rhythm, I'd get back, I'd nap at the same time in that 1 till 3 window where they sort of nap for a long time.
Yeah.
I was napping.
Do you still nap? Do you ever go back and nap?
Sometimes, yeah, if I can. If I can, oh yeah.
I love a day nap.
Same.
I can't switch off. I just couldn't do it. But I guess if you are working, if you're getting up at 4...
The only beauty about getting up at 4 is you can always sleep, and it's kind of a weird addictive feeling that when I'm on holiday I don't have it, and I can't explain it, but sometimes I miss it because when I'm this tired, like we're talking to you now, but then I could get out there and you could say, do you want to sleep on that sofa, and I would just be able to go.
So would I. Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
I mean, I have a 7-year-old. I don't have any reason to nap
And
like
you don't
that.
get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for breakfast show either,
Before in the
Joda.
morning,
But I could.
But I could.
yeah, but you'll be exhausted in different ways that you don't realise.
Mentally.
Yeah, of course.
That's it.
I just couldn't. I can't switch off. There's no way that I could have a nap during the day.
You just don't stop though.
No, yeah, I'm just like...
Jeez, oh
Yeah.
But then at
Next
night,
level.
I'd get tired. Say 9 o'clock, I'm like... done for the day. The phone is going to the side and I'm not doing anything else by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's nice.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same. I'm a 8:30 girl.
I'm 8:30.
I need to be face washed in my pajamas by 8:30.
Yeah, I want to be in bed at 8:30 on my phone for about half an hour and then
at
sleep
least.
at 9. I want to be asleep at 9.
Give ourselves all that blue light. Just
Oh yeah,
before bed.
perfect.
Yeah,
And then be wired, just want to close my eyes, yeah.
Oh, it's the worst when you fall asleep on the sofa though. Me and Danny did it last night and that was it. We were wide awake. We both got into bed and we were like, right, well.
Yes, because that's what pisses me off. How come it's so comfortable and so glorious when you're on the sofa? It's the best sleep you'll ever have.
Yeah.
And then when you go, well, I better go to bed, totally ruins it.
Ping,
Yeah.
wide awake. Yeah.
Totally
Because
ruins
you've
it.
normally got to do the teeth brush.
Yeah, it's all
and
I
away.
suppose it's all the ag. Yeah.
It's all those bits. And then you're awake.
Yeah, then you are like...
So did your other half take on the role of
Yes.
being at home with Ruby then?
Yeah, he did.
Right.
You can get this thing now called shared parental leave, where if it makes more sense for whatever your setup is,
Yeah.
the other person to go back, then you can.
So did you do the first 3 and then he did the last...
Well,
how long do you get now? A year?
I don't know, but he ended up taking a full year off.
Right.
It just one way or another, it ended up being a year. But
And
yeah.
was his work...
But he took the 3 months off to start with.
No,
But
he got the 2 weeks classic paternity
Yeah,
leave or
yeah.
whatever.
Then he
So we
went
did
back.
the first 2 together. Then he went back. I did the 3 months on my own while he worked, and then we
You went
swapped
back,
back, and I went back. But I was doing afternoons.
And what was his work like?
Well, he was a producer at heart. He doesn't work there now, actually.
Right.
But they were very good.
Right.
Because they sort of knew us both. We both worked there 10 years.
Oh, that's
So-
good. So they were quite flexible with you.
Yeah, they were very good with it because they knew, we've known him a long time, me a long time. Neither of us ever, never taken the piss, never had time off.
Yeah.
So I knew the setup, and also probably equally wanted me back on the show. So it worked for them as well.
Yeah.
To help us.
Of course. They were like, yeah, you can go, mate, because we want Sian back actually. You're replaceable. Sian's the face.
Yeah, but yeah, so bless him. He was brilliant, and he did do it. So it was, but that was nice for him, because he was quite nervous. He's more anxious than me in general, and more of a worrier. And so at the beginning, something like giving medicine or whatever, he would have been nervous about. And now he's just brilliant because he's done it all, and he had to, and had loads
I
of time
think
on his
that's
own.
lovely for him that he's got that time. 'Cause
Same.
You don't get the time.
No, I
When
said you'll
you
never
both
get that
are
again.
under pressure to work, you don't get the time.
No.
Well, this is it about modern life as well. Most people have to have 2 incomes. So most people are both back at work, and life isn't set up for that.
No.
It really isn't.
No, it's not. Especially when you've not got family nearby. Like me and Kels always talk about our village.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to make a village because your village is
miles away.
In a village,
Yes.
300 miles
Well,
away.
we're same. Yeah, similar. Yeah.
And you just don't have that. Did you guys not have any family nearby?
His mum is nearby, and his mum and dad, but both of them work. Whereas
right.
it's slightly more annoying because my mum's retired and so is my dad, but they live in the Midlands. So where you
Very selfish of them.
I know, how dare they?
How dare they?
So whereas like I definitely know that my mum as well would just have done anything to help.
Yeah.
And she almost needs her own boundaries because she would go above and beyond.
I think that's it with grandparents sometimes,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because they're like, yeah, I can come for a week, no problem.
Yeah, and I'm
then they're
thinking,
on
Mum.
the knees and
Yeah, I was like, I don't think you can. But she's one of those that would always be overly like helpful or giving. So I did miss that because I think she would have been amazing if she could have been near.
Yeah.
And obviously she feels bad because she's not.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah.
nothing either of us can do.
No, there's not. And as long as like you've got that mutual understanding and nobody puts any pressure on, because I always feel that with my mum as well. She's like, oh, I feel terrible. I'm like, me and Lauren, my sister, haven't said that we're annoyed that you live up north.
No.
though. So don't put that pressure on yourself.
No.
Because we're not. So don't you do it. Don't be a martyr.
I know, but
Don't be a martyr.
it's hard though, isn't it, for them? Because I suppose they just want to do it all.
They want to be there.
Yeah,
they
it's
want
nice.
to. They also want to look after their little girls, don't they? 'Cause,
Of course.
You know, we've just given birth.
Yeah, but saying that, I do think that once you have kids, the grandkids become like, I feel like I'm.
Non-existent.
Yes, I don't know if
Oh,
I
well,
still
I
am
know.
relevant at all anymore. I think it's all about Ruby.
Oh, I mean, I've realised Dad got the son he never had, and,
Yeah.
which was me, because he thought I was going to be a boy, and then he was like, "Oh, this is disappointing." Two girls, and then he gets three boys from me and my sister, and he's like absolutely buzzing.
Oh, yeah, so he's going to be like full granddad mode. He's going to love it.
Full granddad mode. Yeah, absolutely so. So have you ever felt like any mum pressures? Has there ever been anything you've been like, oh, this is hard. This is not what I expected mumming to be?
I think I just remember those early weeks. I think it's those weeks when you're trying, because I've always trusted my gut and I've always been quite a logical, problem solver. So when I couldn't, I was like flapping a little bit. I was like, oh God, I have nothing to draw on here. I've got no information.
You're not telling me anything.
Yes, come on, brain, function. What do we do? And so then when you're in those mum groups, and then there's also loads of everything's on Instagram and it's telling you different things. And the things I remember that now I would just tell any new mum to just don't stress about. Tummy time was one of the most ridiculous. It felt like some sort of regime when I was. It was literally as if they would never learn to support their own neck. Ever. There would be a jelly deal.
Yeah, they're going to be able to do anything.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
When you actually think about it, they were like, this brand new baby that's tiny, she was only like £6.3 when she was born. And there's this pressure to be shoving them on the front, on a carpet. They're going, they hate it. Ruby hated being on her tummy.
Cooper hated it.
Hated it. But I think to myself, where's this pressure come from? A baby's going to learn to sit up.
I do think Instagram and everything like that is just too much. There's too much information and there's too many people chiming in with, Ruby is different to Aurelia, who's different to Cooper, who's different to Bodhi, who's different to everyone. Do you know what I mean? They're all different and each child is an individual. So, that might work for your family over there, but it ain't working for us.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be in the
don't
group.
like tummy time,
No, she
right?
didn't. And in the group chat of the the NCT group, it would be like, well, we've done 40 minutes today. And I'd be like,
I can't bear
what?
it. I can't
And I was
bear
thinking,
it.
what is going on here? This is madness. But really, genuinely, when I had Ruby, it was one of the biggest obsessions. It was in... Even midwives were saying tummy time, and it was this real thing. So that was one. The other thing that obviously pressured was the whole breastfeeding versus bottle feeding.
Yeah.
That felt like I had to go under the counter,
Don't say
can I
it.
have some of the formula, please?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
can
That's
I
it.
have a bit of it?
A bit of the old
Carry out in a paper bag.
yeah, just some car park and exchanging
bottles of the
cow
other.
and gate in the car park.
Yeah.
So that was ridiculous. And I remember thinking, that just needs to chill out. I wouldn't stress about that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And actually, something like when I switch, do you know what the other stress was? Is that whole thing about getting colic and the baby is going to be up all night and crying forever. Yeah. There's always that fear that you're not going to be able to comfort them and they're going to have colic. And the thing that got me really badly was when I switched from trying to breastfeed to bottle feed, I just had a bottle that just didn't work with Ruby. It was too fast. And even though the teat was made for newborns, I didn't know any different. There are other brands that do even tinier ones.
Yeah.
And
also, you don't know if you did breastfeed, you don't know what your milk flow is actually like.
No.
Some babies only like feed for 5 minutes because
It's
the
fast.
letdown's like,
Yeah.
you can hear them going,
yeah.
But obviously, if you've not got a fast letdown,
No.
like I don't think I have. So then when you do the bottle feed,
It's almost
But also, it's like
gagging.
bottle boot camp as well when they're like, no, I'm not taking a bottle. Like the baby's just like, no, just fuck off. I'm not taking a bottle.
Yeah, Cooper wouldn't take a bottle.
Well, this I think as well, if you've breastfed first, they don't really like it, do they?
Because they tell you, they go, don't try a bottle for 6 weeks because of nipple confusion. And I, obviously, as a first-time mum, was like, oh my God, I mustn't confuse him with my
Don't
nipple
nipple
and a
confuse him.
teat because they're so identical. So I didn't. And honestly, I made a rod for my own back.
Yeah, because it was feel so alien.
Because he was like, what the hell is this you're shoving in my mouth? And he only wanted me because he'd only ever had me.
Yeah.
And then
And I do think boys are worse for that as
Oh,
well.
and I was on my knees. At
Boys
this
love
point. I was like, all I want to do is go and get my roots done.
Yeah.
I can't because I can't be away from him for longer than half an hour
Because of the feeding.
Because the feeding routine.
In fact, I think even just talking about that, because when I did 4 days of basically trying to breastfeed and she couldn't latch is the reason why I didn't in the end.
Yeah.
And those 4 days, that could sound like anyone that doesn't have kids yet might be like, 4 days? You gave up after 4 days. No. 4 days felt like forever because it is relentless. Because she wasn't latching, that was because she'd be hungry.
Yeah, and your boobs are then sore because the latch is not happening.
It's not happening.
But I do think that there needs to be more to help mums though, because like that,
With that.
I actually was at a hospital where, and I have the most fucking ruthless mum that you could possibly have. Literally, my mum came in, got Aurelia, got my boob and went
squished
and done it and helped me. But I needed that because I think I would have been like, I can't do it. But there was a team at the hospital that actually were employed that came around and helped people breastfeed. They've got rid of that service now at the hospital.
Have they got rid of it? Yeah.
Well, this
really,
was only
really
like
bad.
a shouldn't have been. They've got rid of that team that came around and actually supported women because there's no support. And we're looking at Instagram for support, and then you're looking at
you're looking at
Mary
anything.
going, oh, she's finding it easy.
Yeah, well, for me, a bit like you're saying, I was lucky enough that one of the midwives was actually brilliant, and she was doing all that thing to breastfeed. This is what I was having to do. It was like, baby in right arm, squeeze right tit,
It's like,
use left arm to push head onto tit, and it was like this crab, and I was there tense like this, going feed, and the baby can't
and
do
also
it.
it
Baby's
is
probably
actually
at
your
mum's
nipples as well. Like if you haven't got pointy out nipples, the baby has got to suck the nipple down.
Yeah.
which is painful. Tom is like, I'm in my element.
producer.
With
We've gone so deep because I've never really spoke about my nipples in this much detail.
But
this
the baby does need to draw
issue.
the nipple down. If you've never breastfed before, which none of us have with our first baby, but that pain and the bleeding and whatever else, like it is painful. And you're like that pain when they first go, and you're like, I can't breathe.
Did you
and then relax.
I remember, and no one told you about this either, when you feed for the first time, you can feel things sucking up inside. Did you have that?
It all contracts down, doesn't it? The
Oh my
uterus all
God.
comes down.
I remember it feeling weird.
Maybe if she wasn't latching properly.
I got a few moments where I felt the latch because it does feel different. And
yeah,
I
it does,
knew
doesn't it?
when she'd latched because but it was to do with my nipple shape and all this kind of stuff because they're quite small.
Yeah,
and
well, that's
so
the thing.
that was part of the
Come on,
problem.
Sean, show us your lips.
Right, let's just get this over and done with. But yeah, so then this is what I would say to anyone that's going through this particular thing where I was having to do this really awkward thing every single time, and even then she'd latch.
hold. You had the rugby
hold
hold.
and the neck twist and the the ostrich maneuver, and then she'd come off like within seconds. It never really ever was working.
No.
So then I was pumping, putting it in the fridge. By the time it had gone in the fridge, it was time to, and I'd pumped, it was time to feed again.
Yeah.
But I still couldn't get it to latch. So now I was having to warm up the milk that I'd put in the fridge.
You're like a little machine.
And you never
But
get
people that actually do
storage.
like full-time pumping, I'm like,
Oh, fair play
hats
to you.
off to you.
Fair
because
play. It's hard.
So you weren't actually feeding, but you never had time off from getting your milk out?
No, because it was like an udder. It was like constantly draining the milk,
Imagine if you're
milk in
like having
fridge.
twins, basically.
Oh, it would, because you're constantly trying to get ahead of yourself, and I never could. You know, they say like crying over spilt milk. I'll never forget when I like spilt one of them out of the packet.
And you do cry.
Oh, and you do. You're like,
You do
no,
cry.
don't. That took me 20 minutes or whatever it took, or 40
Yeah.
and with
minutes.
the
or
machine
whatever.
going,
Honestly, it's quite triggering, that sound, actually. Can we not?
Also, a bit like you're saying about you just wanted your roots done, that is almost as quickly as something as simple as that can tip you over the edge because you do feel a bit gross. You're sort of walking around, you've got these minging bras on, tits are flapping out, you're leaking, you've got these suction things, baby's crying, your
vagina's fucked.
Everything's fucked. I had a C-section, so I had this ugly scar and all this stuff. And then, yes, at one point you just think, I just need to spray tan my hair, doing what my nails doing.
My friends all went out on a hen do, and I was bridesmaid this is when I had a radio, I was bridesmaid at the wedding. I knew I had to fit into this dress as well, and they were all out on a hen do, and I was like to my mum, this is so rubbish. All my friends are out, and I'm here, and I've got her in the boob, and it's just... She was like, Kelsey, get a grip.
But it's when you have those tears that are just, they come and you're like, I don't know why I'm crying, but I am.
It's so sad.
I had days of that where I couldn't explain why I was crying, and Jake would be like, are you all right? I'm like, I'm okay, but I'm just crying. I don't know why.
I was a bit like, I don't know if I'm okay, actually. I'm sobbing.
Am I okay? Is this normal?
Is this
Gets on Instagram.
No, it is not. 10 reasons why this is not normal.
Yeah, you're dying.
You're a terrible mother. Oh, cheers, great.
Brilliant.
Good.
It's 2 days in and you are shit at your job.
No, but that's the thing. Like, they don't tell you in NCT, when your milk comes in, you are going to have waves of emotion, or when your hormones start doing whatever your hormones are starting to do.
Going back to your NCT comment as well, that I think even with, like, they need to say to you, like you said, you might have this baby and not feel that love. Yeah. Because your body has gone through so much. Birth is like the biggest thing that you can do for women, and you're not going to feel the same. You probably will never be that same person again. Like, you've gone through so much, your hormones, everything. They don't explain that to you.
No, they don't.
Not that I did NCT. I don't really like an NCT
mum. Of course you didn't. You're being told medical things.
I'm like, no. NCT. I'll be sitting there going, no, disagree.
Sorry, that's wrong, actually.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to give the speech now, so you sit down. I'm going to tell everyone.
Let's have a look at my homeopathic.
Who wants the kit?
Anyone like my kit?
No remedy.
Available to purchase via my Instagram. We are digressing now. Anyway,
we always do.
I mean, Sham, we've had a right old natter, but we're nearly at the end.
Oh, I don't. This has been therapy for me. Can't I stay another hour?
It's like, I feel normal. I feel seen.
Yeah, just because when you're around other mums, you actually do feel a bit more like, oh, thank God.
It's normal. I know, and that's so it. And it's like, when you very first have your child, you don't know those NCT girls that you're in a group WhatsApp with, and they're all trying to prove that they're doing all right.
Yeah.
So you've got all these people saying, oh, well, my little girl slept 7 till 7.
Yes.
You're like, no, she didn't. She didn't sleep 7 till 7. You're a liar.
Call her out of the group
You're
chat.
You're a liar.
Yeah.
But you believe it.
Yeah, of course.
So then you're like,
if I was in an NCT group and I had a radio, I would have literally messaged him being like, she don't stop crying. She literally does not stop crying. Aurelia wasn't happy that she was born in baby form. She would have liked to have just come straight in as like toddler.
Adult.
Yeah,
Great.
that's it. She's like, skip that stage. I'm not happy. I can't talk. I mean, she could talk at 6 months. Like, that is just so Ray. But literally,
did she honestly?
She could say like mum, dad at 6 months.
That's
like, she was trying to get her.
She'd have been awful on these NCT groups. She'd have been, I don't know, sorry, is anyone else's baby talking at 6 months?
No, but I didn't even know that was not really normal. But Aurelia did not stop crying. She cried and cried, and my mum
never knew why.
4 kids, and my mum went, I've never known a baby to cry so much.
And it just was one of those things.
Well, it's colic.
Colic, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
my mum basically thinks colic is a crying baby.
I don't know what colic is.
Do you know what? I don't know if deep down I do. It's just like having chronic wind, isn't it?
It's chronic wind, but my mum would say it's just a crying baby. That's what Diane's take would be. It's just a crying baby. Your baby's got colic, it's just crying. And Aurelia, Tom drove her up the motorway, back again. He went she just did not stop crying.
No.
He was ringing the breastfeeding clinic. He was reading this. Like, really, I'm going, you're actually embarrassing me here, Tom. But she did not stop crying.
You do get why it's a form of torture, though.
Yes, because that sound actually physically affects you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's a horrible
us mums
feeling.
were like, oh.
Even now, if I'm out somewhere and I hear like a newborn like properly crying, it does something to me.
I agree.
I remember whenever, because I breastfed until Cooper was 6 months old, whenever I went out, and I often went to like soft play and all that jazz. And if ever there's a baby crying, my nipples would literally go, wah, wah, and my milk would just all start coming out. Yeah.
It is amazing, really, isn't it?
Oh.
That is insane.
She had the heavy flow.
I was a heavy
You had the
flow.
heavy teeth.
I could, do you know what I could have been? I could have been one of those women that
Milk maid.
that supply milk to other people.
yeah, what did I
think you can.
wet nanny or something.
Yeah. Wet nurse.
Wet nurse.
Nanny.
I've got wet nurse. Yeah.
No, she's talking about selling it on the black market.
Oh,
over
right.
there.
Oh, I see.
No, I'm not. I promise. I don't know where all those pints went that were
I don't
in my
know how we
freezer.
moved into that really big house.
How do we live in Chelsea?
Children are just like,
Anybody for some milk.
Oh, God, I would have taken it.
Sound. That's why.
Brought back the memories.
God, 7 years of that. No, I'm joking. But anyway, Sian, it's been a pleasure.
It's been an
having you
honour.
on. My cheeks hurt.
Mine do. It's been lovely.
So much. It's been wonderful. So I've been Georgia Jones.
And I've been Kelsey Parker.
And we'll be back with another episode, same time, same place, next week.